We live in a world in which life is structured along the lines of us versus them. That's it. There is no other way to live. This is true for individuals and for small groups, larger groups, as well as the nations of the world. Life is competition, us versus them. Sports is non-lethal warfare, us versus them. In this competition, we are the innocents, the home team, us, the good guys. We are innocent, blameless, and they, them, are always acting in bad faith. We stick together. They cannot be trusted. It's important for us to be us, the innocent ones, not them. And we are never more innocent than when we are the victims, the innocent victims. The designation of the hate crime was invented to cover this. No one is more innocent than the victim of a hate crime. And no one is more vile than the perpetrator of a hate crime. No one wants to be victimized, no sane person anyway, but being the victim is almost worth it because it is a sure sign of being innocent. And when anyone is victimized, let us say murdered in the extreme example, people will immediately line up to share, not so much in their victimization as in their innocence. And when someone is victimized, especially in a hate crime, it doesn't matter so much what kind of a person they were. They may have been a thoroughly rotten individual, weak and immoral, but because they have been cruelly and unfairly treated, they are suddenly bathed in innocence. If they were murdered, they become martyrs to a cause. Innocence in human beings is associated with Eden, before the knowledge of good and evil. And babies are seen as being innocent, because they do not possess that knowledge, and because they are not competitive. Being competitive introduces you to a sense of good and evil. You can cheat to win. Which is more important, cheating or winning? When it is more important to win, as it is in life, then you will eventually cheat, break the rules, commit murder, do evil, sin. Innocence is also connected to sex. A sexually innocent person is a virgin. In some societies, virgins were held in high regard. Mary, the mother of Jesus, one of the all-time legendary innocent victims, was said to be, nevertheless and quite miraculously, a virgin, still innocent. When you lose your virginity and engage in sex, you lose your innocence. If you are not innocent, then you are, automatically, guilty, sinful. Most conflicts, us and them, are seen as struggles between good and evil. Us are good, them are evil. In war, a government must convince its people that they are innocent victims. If they believe this, they will fight. In a case like 9/11, this was easy. It was easy to get the people to fly the planes into the buildings, and it was easy to get the American people to retaliate. Pearl Harbor made it easy for the Americans to enter the war. The Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor because they believed the Americans were going to cut off their oil supplies. Hitler convinced the German people that they were innocent victims. Anyone who thinks they've been victimized will fight, and they will believe they are in the right because they're innocent. Many stories are variations on us and them. A TV station we get has been showing over and over several movies in rotation. One of them is The Fugitive, a great innocent victim story. Another is A Time to Kill, which is a little, but not much, more complicated. A Time to Kill is a battle of victims, one side being the flawed but still truly innocent victims, and the other is the despicable victims who, because they are completely out of their minds and have twisted reality into strange knots, somehow believe they are in the right and are innocent. The closing argument in the case, the one that sways the jury, makes the point that the black girl who was raped is one of us, not them. To Kill a Mockingbird, which A Time to Kill echoes, earns its reputation by calling into question who is us and who is them. It's an important distinction, a vital distinction. The depth of the depravity in A Time to Kill is a stretch, but you go with it because you can see from the onslaught of the everyday news that all manner of people believe they have been victimized, and they lash out in a rage, seeking vengeance or justice, a payback, or maybe wanting simply to recapture their innocence. Everyone wants to be one of us, not them. Almost always, everyone will find a way to believe that they are one of us, not them.